everybody, and welcome to Ghouls Night In, the spooky chat show with your best ghoul friends. I'm Penny Snark.
And I'm Midge Munster.
And today I wanted to talk about something that we've actually gotten a lot of requests to talk about from our audience, which is Halloween fashion / spooky style.
Spooky style. Yeah. I'm very excited.
Yeah, so those of you who follow Midge and myself on other platforms obviously have seen that we both like to wear spooky clothes. So
us never.
Yeah, we might have some thoughts about this topic. But it is something that I feel like has grown a lot in the past couple years. I don't know if you would agree with that, but like obviously when I was growing up, you know, you had your people with their cool Halloween vests or Halloween sweater
yes.
Type thing. But I've definitely seen a lot more people wearing spooky fashion throughout the month of October, like in addition to if you know, are goth year round.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it used to be very hard to find Halloween fashion that wasn't like licensed horror merch or something like, like t-shirts or whatever. And I mean, I remember I bought my first spooky dress in 2012, like my first Halloween retro style dress. And it was like the only one available, like from that brand. They didn't make a line of thing, and now it's everywhere, and the size inclusivity has really gone up as well, so now everyone can dress spooky.
Big bonus. Yeah, I feel like nowadays, especially in like the vintage retro scene, like practically every brand does a Halloween themed launch.
Yes.
And has spooky clothes and spooky accessories every year, which I love. I do try to do 31 days of Halloween outfits usually during the month of October. Is that something that you've ever gotten up to, Midge?
I have done it the last 2 or 3 years, and actually this year I have not been doing it. Working from home has really squandered my will to get dressed every day in October in a fancy way. It would be like, day number 4, check out me in my jack-o'-lantern pajama shorts and my t-shirt that I've been wearing for 4 days. Like,
that is very true. I definitely have also found it a lot harder, you know, since you work for yourself. I do also work from home at my day job. And it is there's less reasons to get dressed up. I will not claim that I don't put on clothes, take pictures, and then put my pajamas back on again.
Oh yeah, I have mad respect for that choice. I love that. Yeah, I think too, and this is kind of a double-edged sword for me, and we've talked a lot about this like over on my channel, that something I kind of did for myself during quarantine and elsewhere was like to start wearing my Halloween clothes outside of Halloween time, just because they brought me so much joy. But now,
how did you sense that the first question that I had on my list was, do you wear your spooky clothes just at Halloween or all year round?
Well, yes, now year round. And while that has brought me a lot of joy and has made me really happy, it also has made it like less special. Like, obviously I'm not like, hankering to get my spooky fashion out in October now anymore. And I think that is part of too why I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to do 31 days. Because normally I've like accrued spooky fashion pieces kind of, through the summer. And so I'm ready to do like fashion show at lunch all through all through October. I'm like, okay, come see what I got. But now it's like the minute I get something, I just start wearing it out. And so now I don't feel like I have anything to like show, because y'all have seen me in all my crap.
This is very true. I feel like I'm somewhere in the middle. Like, I have certain pieces that I wear all year round. And then there are certain ones that I tend to save for Halloween, not even necessarily like consciously, like, oh, I'm only going to wear this in October, but just not reaching for it as much. And I
Well, and
do
I'm sure
have
they're
more now. I have more
yeah,
spooky clothes.
exactly. Well, I think I'm for sure you might feel this way too. Like there are certain pieces that are so Halloween that I'm like, if I wear this in like April, I'm gonna get looked at like an insane person.
Yes, that is something that I have often said when people are like, "Oh, are you wearing Halloween clothes?" I'm like, "Oh, do bats not exist 365 days of the year? Are there no spiders? Do people not have do you not have bones right now?" Like
Oh, you got me tea kettle laughing. That's rough.
so that's what I normally go for. So
Do
like if something has
bats
a
not exist?
if someone has a jack-o'-lantern, I usually save it for October.
Yeah,
But anything else, I did literally I was talking to a friend about how I've bought too many Halloween themed sweaters, and one of the new
no
ones that I
such
got,
thing.
right, one of the new ones I got this year is like a skeleton print
Mm-hmm.
cardigan, and as I was talking to her I was like, well, bones are year round. So
bones,
we don't
bones
count
are a
that.
neutral or a bone. Yeah, bones are a neutral. I can wear those anytime. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. The lines get blurred when you're a little bit goth. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you said, I love to wear spiders. It's one of my favorite like spooky print, spooky anything with web spiders. I'm gonna wear that shit all day, all night.
Hell
I love
yeah.
it.
And I mean, as anyone, if you have not listened to our bats episode, you would know that I am all about bats, and I have several sweaters that have bats on them, and I will wear those at any time when it is appropriate to wear a sweater.
I am so excited that I'm sure we're going to talk brands later, but I'm going to throw her out now. That Michelin Pit brought back that purple bat dress that you have
Yes, so
because it
good.
was like my number one regret, like of pieces I didn't buy, and people don't resell that piece on the salon at all.
Yeah,
Especially the plus size ones. Like I think plus size gals buy things and hold on to them for a long time because we're excited to
we
have
do.
yeah to have cute clothes that fit us well. So yeah, I was so excited when she brought that. I've never bought anything faster. I've never swiped my card harder. I didn't swipe it, I bought online, but you get my
Yeah, I got you. I
I
got
can't
you.
wait. I can't wait to wear bats all the time. And it's purple, so it's like I can wear that in spring.
Right? Yeah, that's totally, it's season agnostic.
Mm.
But so my next question was, where do you get inspiration for Halloween looks? So if we have listeners out there
Ooh.
who want to get started wearing some Halloween things or want to wear more Halloween things, but they aren't really sure like how you put an outfit together, is there anywhere that you get inspiration from for those spooky outfits?
Ooh, I love that question. Couple places. Like other Instagrammers. I
Mm-hmm.
look a lot at other, especially other plus size gals who are fashion forward. Like,
Yeah.
I love to see because I actually, which this may come as a surprise to some folks, but I actually am not like a good outfit putter togetherer. That is something I've struggled with my whole life. For most of my life, I was like a skinny, typical bisexual outfit, skinny jeans cuffed,
Mm-hmm.
t-shirt, cardigan. Like I could not put together like a look, as it were,
Yes. An ensemble.
an ensemble. And so yeah, looking to other people who, I mean, honestly, you were one of those people for me.
Aw.
2-3 years. Penny and I have really known each other for a surprising amount of time. When I thought about it recently, I was like, I've actually known you for like 3 or 4 years now, I
Yeah,
think,
it's been a while.
which is wild. But yeah, you were a person that I looked to a lot for fashion inspiration. Look, I would say like, use hashtags on Instagram to find
Mm-hmm.
people. Do like hashtag spooky fashion or spooky style or something, and look for people whose fashion inspires you. I would also say like spooky art.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I draw a lot of inspiration from different artists like Rutu and Hand But Vintage, like a lot of these kind of pulp style pinup artists, artist Abe, like those kind of people who draw spooky pinups. I find that I can kind of look at something, even if it's just the color palette or kind of the feel of the piece, it might inspire an outfit for me. Those would be kind of my main things, I
Yeah.
think. What about you?
Yeah, I definitely do that too. I love, looking at what other people are wearing and kind of taking ideas. I so I'm someone who loves a theme, so I love
Yes.
kind of like pairing together. So that's definitely part of the way that I like put my outfits together is if I'm like, okay, like you said, there's the dress that's purple and it has bats on it, which means I
Hmm.
need accessories that are purple and black. Maybe I want like a moon to go with the bats and things like that. I also definitely take kind of like a Disney bound sort of approach to a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
things where I think of either a character or even just like a whole movie that is inspiring to me and is spooky. And I will, try and put together an outfit that, kind of reflects elements
I love that
from
idea. That's
that.
really cool.
Yeah, it's always, and I'm always trying to just, I think, seeing what you can, challenging yourself to mix up pieces in different ways. So sometimes I do just look through my closet and I'm like, I don't think I've ever worn these two things together. Like,
Yeah.
I should try that. And you never know what you might really like when you try that.
That's something I'm trying to like expand in my wardrobe is more like separates because a lot of what I own
Hmm.
are full dresses with sleeves and things. So it's
Yeah.
hard to kind of mix and match. But I've been trying to buy more like, just like a nice black top that I can wear under like like a strapped dress, different like mixing, like you're saying, mixing and matching pieces and reworking your own wardrobe to have fun with it.
Yeah, yeah, and like you said, like layering is a great way to
Mhm.
do more where you especially like I have like a mesh top that
I love that
I
top.
love to wear with different things. That is, we will talk about brands later, but it's from Foxblood.
Okay.
For anyone who is curious right at this very moment. But you can layer tops on or over things. You can, have different cardigans or sweaters. I also really like when I can get away with it wearing a skirt on top of a dress.
Yes, I
And
do that all the time.
yep, and then suddenly it's like, oh, it's a whole new
A whole new
piece.
outfit. I'll tell you something, and I think this kind of fits adjacent into spooky style because it's like alternative fashion.
Mhm.
Something you've really inspired me to start trying out is like leatherwear, like harnesses and things.
Oh yeah.
I think they look so cool, and you rock them. I love, and I know again we'll talk brands, but Jenny Machete or who yours are by,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, they've got like some of the cutest Halloweeny like batwing harnesses and different things. I got to get into that. I love
Yeah,
it.
and thank you, but totally agree. Like accessories like that can be like such a big game changer and just really, kind of transform what you're wearing. And you can even like, you don't need to wear spooky clothes underneath it. Like you can wear just something black with like an orange harness and you will look like a Halloween superstar.
Yeah, like you can be spooky without loudly spooky clothing.
Yes. So I know that we both, we wear our spooky things out and about. Do you notice people reacting to spooky fashion any weird way? I know that's something that I get questions, and you and I both wear vintagey stuff
Hmm.
all the time, so I am used to people talking to me about my clothes.
Yes.
But I know that's always a question and like kind of a concern I hear from people who are wanting to, get into a little bit more of a distinctive fashion is
Yes.
how the muggles react.
The muggles. Yeah, any I think any type of alternative fashion can be intimidating in that sense, just worrying about what people will think or say, but I mean, yeah, I definitely get stopped a lot. I went into a gas station just yesterday. I was wearing just one of my spooky dresses and my Madame Leota pin and some stuff, and the guy at the counter said, "I like your costume."
Yes, I will say that is like I get people talking to me about my clothes all year round, but
Yeah.
Halloween time definitely a huge increase in people who are like nice costume and I'm like it's just my clothes, but thanks.
Yeah. Well, and when I used to dress pretty like true historic vintage too, a lot of people would like think I was in a play or something.
Yeah.
Um but here's what I've found, and I think a lot of the majority of the community, I think I get this same message from, and it's that 99% of the people who say something to you, it's going to be a really positive response.
Yes.
Because, and I think now more than ever, like, people are just happy to see other people living in their joy. And like, it brings me so much happiness to wear the clothes that reflect the person I am on the inside, on the outside. And people gravitate towards that. People like to see people who are not afraid to be like kooky and have fun, like, you know, like we're all just kids on the inside. And I think, like, I don't know, I really, I think I've stopped caring if anybody
Yeah.
has a negative opinion, like, and what are you doing that's interesting, like.
Right. Yeah, I would agree. Like almost 99% of the time, it's compliments. It's someone saying that they love it. And that definitely always brightens my day. And, I appreciate that. Something that, brings me joy to put on and wear or brought them a moment of joy too.
Mm-hmm.
And if someone is less than complimentary, then I just choose to interpret it as a compliment because
Same.
I just get so, I mean, I also have green hair. So no matter what I do, people talk to me about my hair.
Sure.
And sometimes, I've just gotten someone being like, huh, green hair. And I'm like, yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I
Or
like
I'm
it. I
sure,
work hard on this.
yeah, do you get I'm sure you get the wow, so I guess you really like Halloween, huh? Like, it's like kind of backhanded.
Right.
And
And you're like, yes, I do.
yeah,
Why would that insult me? I do
but yeah,
really like
literally every
Halloween.
time I'm like, it's my favorite. Thank you so much for noticing. Like,
Yes.
yeah, I think, I don't know, 99, the negativity that comes, like, not even, I wouldn't even say 1% of the time, like 0.5% of
No,
the
yeah.
time, um does not even begin to outweigh the overwhelming positive response that people have. And it's fun. It's an icebreaker. It gives you an opportunity to, I will say, if you're not particularly social, maybe rethink that, because people will talk to you for sure.
Yes. That is very true. Well, I mean, we've promised this whole time that we're going to talk about brands and we're going to talk
Yes.
about what we like, and I feel like that will be a decently long conversation.
Yeah.
So let's. I mean, obviously, I know that you and I both own. We mentioned already we own several pieces from Vixen and La Femme Noire.
Yeah. That's that covers about 82% of my entire wardrobe.
Yeah.
I have I'm sure, did you order from the Halloween collection this year?
I didn't just because I went pretty big on it last year, and so
Sure.
I had like most of the stuff, although I am thinking about reordering the jack-o'-lantern face top now that it's more of a true orange.
Oh, yes. I've got an outstanding order with that I think, Penny, I think I bought 6 dresses. So we're gonna have a whole hell of a Vixen fashion show when those come in. I'm so excited.
Hell yeah.
I also saw, I have to mention it because they've announced it now, and I feel like our viewers need to know. Our listeners. La Femme Noire is doing a Corpse Bride line this winter, and
Oh
I
my
am going
gosh.
to give them all of my money.
Oh my goodness. I'm like just that preview that we've gotten so
Oh my
far
god.
is stunning. I
And
cannot wait.
that's my Nightmare Before Christmas. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not much of a, I mean, I like Nightmare, it's just not my favorite, but Corpse Bride has my whole heart. I cannot wait. They're making the bag. Oh my god.
Yeah, it looks so beautiful. And I feel like Vixen is really great for Halloween staples. If you're looking for things like, just like striped shirts, like shirts with ghosts, shirts with pumpkin faces, stripy skirts, like kind of a lot of the things that you'll need to like mix and match if you want to do like spooky outfits. That's definitely a great place for those.
Definitely. And super super great sizing. And just like well-made pieces. They are on the higher end, like pricing
Mm-hmm.
wise, but those pieces are gonna last you forever if you take good care of them. Like, they're so well made.
Yeah. And I mentioned previously Foxblood. Foxblood LA is another shop that I really enjoy that does like mostly like gothic kind of fashion. Also has a pretty wide size range, and I have my mesh shop from there that I really love. I know that our dear friend Miranda from Spooky Little Halloween got a lot of really great like
Yeah.
dusters and cardigans. They have some really fun accessories, so that's definitely a great shop for your alternative fashion needs year round.
I have never shopped with them. I should check them out for sure.
Oh yeah, they have some fun stuff, and they have like some. I haven't gotten any of it yet, but they have some stuff that looks just like really comfy for like comfy goth life,
Yeah.
which I feel.
Well, I mean, I just got back from visiting Miranda in Houston,
Yes.
and she was showing me her Foxblood collection. I was like, oh crap, like I need to get on this. This is great.
Yeah, they have some good stuff. I think Unique Vintage is always one that I look forward to seeing what's in their Halloween collections. They have a mix of uh, other brands as well as some house brand items. So you do want to make sure when you're shopping there that you pay close attention to what the brands are, because sizing can vary a lot across the
Mhm.
different brands.
I was gonna say too, though, that like they are nice for the fact that they do curate from a lot of different, like, so
Hmm.
you don't have to. They kind of do half the work for you if you're not well versed in this fashion like area yet. Because I know that, I mean, they carry Hell Bunny, Sourpuss, which are two of my favorite brands size wise, and like they do a lot of good staple pieces. I mean, they carry even like accessory wise. I know they started carrying Strange Cult. I noticed,
Yes.
which is a great alternative shoe company that does really great spooky flats and things, and all kinds of. I mean, they do creepers and boots and all kinds of great shoes.
Yes, I do. I have several Strange Cult
I do
pieces.
too. I do
And
too.
I'm a big fan. I think you said when you reviewed them that you had some issues with the dagger flats though. Is that right?
Yeah,
Just
for
for
big.
FYIs.
Well, for folks with big old feet like me, I've got like size 10 and a half completely flat feet, so that my feet are very wide. And so yeah, the dagger flat, if you have a particularly wide foot, I would size up on those. um, but yeah, as far too, just as while we're on the shoe thing, like as far as accessory brands, I know both of us have lots of spooky bags, like
Yes.
Love Pain and Stitches, obviously, I think is the one that heavily comes to mind, but Backstitch Bruja, and who else? Great, lots of great purse companies.
Yeah, and there's also the Beheaded, who
Oh,
has like purses as well as amazing witch hats. So
yes.
good.
I did
I
get mine after you let me try
Good.
try yours on. Mine is on its way, so I'm very excited for my everyday Bruja.
Yes, those are so good. Great for everyday wear. On the topic of witch hats, I have one from
Mm.
Evercrumbly and Witch that I absolutely adore. Definitely like more of like a collector piece kind of thing, but they are handmade and they are so gorgeous.
Well, and I think like accessories too are so great because you can use them with so many different outfits, and b, like you could just wear a black dress and throw on a witch hat, or throw like
Yeah.
any throw on a jack-o'-lantern purse, and suddenly it's a spooky outfit. So if you're in a place where you maybe wear a lot of black, like you've already kind of got like a goth wardrobe built up, maybe dabble in the accessory world and see what you can find to spice up your outfits in different ways. That's a really fun way to. I love accessories. I love to play
Yes.
with them. We're both accessory queens.
We are. I will warn everyone that if you get into wearing witch hats, just like in your everyday life, you will intrigue many children. Every
Mm-hmm.
time I wear a witch hat somewhere, I have kids staring at me, and usually someone comes up and is like, "Are you a witch?" And I say yes.
Well, obviously, yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah. Don't you see the hat, kid?"
Yeah, I'm wearing a beacon so that you all know.
And we did mention Jenny Machete earlier, who makes
Hmm.
harnesses and other kind of faux leather accessories. I don't know when I would ever wear it, but she has a coffin shaped thigh holster.
Every day,
that I don't ever wear
all the time.
pants or anything. So
Well,
I'm
you
like
could wear it. It could be like a spooky little secret under your
it's true.
dress. And say,
It's
tss,
true.
tss, 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 tss.
And I'm like I could like put my phone in there.
Yes. That, oh my God, that's cute. I haven't seen that on there.
Yes, those are very cool. Definitely some cool stuff to check out. And I love that it comes in a bunch of like all of the stuff comes in a bunch of
All
different
different
colors.
colors.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so you can definitely do your basic black. I got an orange one. I've been thinking about getting something that's like pink or lilac for more of, a cute, spooky for future outfits. So I'm always thinking.
I'm always
And
thinking.
always thinking. And I guess, tangent, but thinking about like color schemes is also a good way to get started with
Mm-hmm.
spooky fashion. And just kind of deciding if you're like, you know what, I want to be like a straight up black and orange person, or, oh, I'd really like to add in some pops of purple. That's really helpful in guiding you when you're like first buying pieces and want to make sure that as much of what you have can go together as possible.
Yeah. And I think like you and I are both, I think, good examples of the fact that you can dress colorful and be spooky. So
Yes.
like don't think that in order to dress spookily you need to own all black. I mean, if that's your version, if that's what you like, great. But if you are a person who loves color, you can definitely still do that. And there are lots of options to play with colors and have a lot of fun within the spooky realm. I also too did want to say, for our folks who maybe are not as dressy as us, there are a lot of great places to find like spooky. Even if you just want to do like a spooky T-shirt and a like that, Penny actually kind of turned me on to like spooky T-shirt and nice skirt combo.
Hey.
Like I love that kind of blend of casual but also still looking nice. You can go on like Redbubble, Etsy. Actually, one of my favorite. I'm actually wearing a T-shirt right now by Art by LeMay. Really great spooky T-shirts. I recently discovered Bun in the Coven, which is one of my
Oh
new
yeah.
favorite like spooky T-shirt places. But there's a whole lot of places you can find great comfy wear. A Black Star Co. is also a lot of
Oh yeah.
My
Hmm.
Tim Burton themed shirts are from there. But that way, if you're not quite ready to fully jump into the vintage, like full vintage aesthetic yet, that's a really nice way to dip your toes in the waters. Get yourself a couple cute spooky shirts and a nice skirt and rock that look for a little bit until you get comfy.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that like spooky cardigans are also great for that because like
Yes.
you can just wear, jeans and a regular t-shirt, but you add like a cool like candy corn striped cardigan or like a pumpkin print one, and then you've got,
Yes.
a little bit of a Halloween vibe going on.
Yes, that's definitely a fun way to accessorize it as well.
There are so many places that I love to shop. It's
I
so
know.
hard
And I know.
to
I'm like, I
pick a
don't want to leave
specific
anybody
thing.
out. Well, and the other thing too, of course, is that like Penny and I think are both really good about tagging brands on our
Yes.
Instagram pages. So if you are looking for style inspo, you can check us out or check out any number of other wonderful Halloween content creators. And if you just give the picture a tap, usually we've tagged all the people who have made anything in the picture, the clothes, the jewelry, the bag, whatever. um so that way you can hunt it down.
Yes. Yes. I also have a lot of spooky enamel pins, which I think
Yes,
is a fun option for adding like a little bit of spooky flair. And you can, add that on a jean jacket or on a bag
I've
or.
just started dabbling in enamel pins and I'm very
Oh,
excited
yeah.
about it.
Like I usually just like straight up wear it as a brooch because I'm like, hell yeah, here's this pin.
Hmm.
And I also buy like really big pins
Yeah.
most of the time. But yeah, that's like such a fun and definitely like a budget friendly, way. They're usually gonna be like maybe $10. That you can add some spooky flair. You can also add a enamel pin to like a beret or a hat that you're wearing. I like to
Mm.
do that to add a little bit of extra flair. Oh, we have to mention M and Sprout,
Oh,
especially when you're talking about you can get both comfy and cute from
Comfy
there.
and cute.
She's got pajamas, she's got slides, she's got really cute dresses. I just got an incredibly cute like tapestry style Halloween cardigan from her, which I am absolutely in love with. Definitely a lot of great options for like kind of a cute Halloween vibe.
Yeah, I own a lot of her stuff. It's super great. I also, when you said enamel pins, reminded me, I don't know how I haven't brought this up yet, but I am the queen of giant earrings.
Yes.
And so undoubtedly Mad is one of my favorite makers. She tends to do a lot of spooky, not just at Halloween. Like she did a Springoween collection that had like flowers where the center of the flowers were faces of different slashers. So she does spooky kind of throughout the year, and a lot of pieces you can incorporate year round. And then of course Reb's Rainbow House also is my other big earring obsession, and she does awesome, I mean, and they are big Rebs are like big earrings. Like undoubtedly Mad is like kitschy, like kind of big, but Rebs are like you better be ready for what you're buying. But they are so cute and really well made.
Yeah, I would also recommend Femme de Bloom for
I love her
earrings. Her earrings are like insanely like affordable.
So affordable.
I'm like, these are too good. You should charge more for these.
I know.
Thank you. But she does a lot of Disney inspired earrings. So she has like Haunted Mansion, Nightmare Before Christmas, Disney villains, in addition to like, ghosts and pumpcorn. Ooh, I tried to say pumpkins and candy corn simultaneously. And I said pumpcorn.
Yes, pumpcorn.
But they're super fun, and if you are not accustomed to like big earrings, a lot of hers are a lot more lightweight. I would say
super lightweight, yeah.
So especially if you're just kind of experimenting, and she also does a lot of really cute like studs and things like that, so you don't have to go full on bisexual giant earrings.
full Midge mode. And she too, just is just the kindest. I have some of those spooky hoops. I have they're like big hoops that say spooky. Mm-hmm. I've had those for a couple years, and like a year after I bought them, I dropped one and broke it, and I like didn't expect any. Like I messaged her just to ask if she had any more I could buy, because they're like one of my favorite earrings, and they're not in her shop anymore. And I was like, do you have any of these left? Like I'll pay you. And she sent me a brand new pair for free.
Oh, yeah. She's a doll.
Just, like, I was like, she didn't have to do that. She's just like the nicest person. And yeah, her earrings are so cute. All of them. Reb and Madeline from Undoubtedly, or not Madeline, Michelle. Hello. I was thinking Undoubtedly Mad.
Yeah.
No, Michelle from Undoubtedly Mad. They're all so nice.
Yeah, it is like, it's such a good feeling to buy something from an independent maker, and you do have,
support small businesses,
like,
please.
It's like you get to have, a personal connection with someone because they made this just for you, and it's very nice, and you get to have cool, unique stuff that not everybody else will have. So that's also a fashion bonus.
I will say, just as like a hot tip, if you are interested in buying from people like, Reb's Rainbow House, Sprout, any of these like Etsy makers, definitely like favorite their shops and turn on your notifications for like their Instagram pages. Same with the handbag makers, or like the Beheaded, any of these folks who are small makers, because a lot of them do very like small limited releases of things, which is awesome because you're getting a unique piece that, not, like Penny said, not everybody's going to have, but they do tend to be snapped up very quickly, and once they're gone, they're gone. So turn on those Instagram like post notifications so that for sure when stuff's coming out, and be like ready to go. Have your card information saved, like be ready to
be
strike.
Logged in, ready to go. Yeah, I definitely feel that there are. I will confess that I do not have any Undoubtedly Mad earrings because I have missed every launch this year.
No.
So still hoping to get in there, but yeah, you like we said, because they are, small and independent. They are not just cranking. It's not a factory cranking out as many as you need. So be ready. Be ready.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Those are some of our faves. I do, like Midge said, there are so many more that we're not able to mention right now because we would be here talking for hours and hours if we mentioned every spooky person that we love to buy stuff from. But we do always try and tag things, and you can always ask if something's not tagged, and I will do my best to tell you where it's from. If it's not tagged, it's usually because it's like 5 years old.
Right. Yeah, watch the title of this episode end up being like the 3-hour spooky fashion special.
Spooky fashion spectacular. And so one other thing that I had on my list of questions is just how you kind of divide spooky fashion versus costumes
Oh,
during
okay.
Halloween. Not in the sense that like random people on the street always think that we're wearing costumes,
Right.
but just in the sense that like I'm always kind of like, oh, well, do I want to like do a costume for this event, or do I want to like just kind of be in a spooky vibe?
Sure. Okay. I mean, I'm a believer that it becomes a costume when you say it's a costume, you
Yeah.
know? Like I think you can push a lot of boundaries with fashion before it becomes like a full-blown. I mean, obviously if you like went and bought it at the Spirit Halloween in a bag and put it on, like it's probably a full-blown costume. But I mean, I love, and you brought this up earlier, I love this kind of trend that Disney bounding has brought onto us, because I think it's challenged people to play with fashion in a new way
Mm-hmm.
and make outfits inspired by characters or by theme park attractions or by, you know, any number of things. Like getting that, I think if you want to go to an event but you don't necessarily want to like dress as Sarah Sanderson, like you can get really close to that line and play with that
Mm-hmm.
a lot just with clothes and accessories in what you have in your closet. Like closet cosplay is one of my favorite things in the world.
Yes, it's the best.
But in the like reverse of that too, I don't think you have to go out and spend $70 on a costume
Yeah.
to wear a costume. Like if you put on a striped dress and say I'm Beetlejuice, I'm going to say, "Okay, good job."
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's a costume when you say it is, and that's half the fun. It's like you determine what the costume is, I think.
Yes, it's just reach into your soul and see if it's a costume.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, it's kind of like cosplay too. Like half of it is the attitude behind it. And if you put on something and you want to kind of envelop who that character is for the party or whatever, like, you know, you can really sell something with an attitude. It doesn't have to
Yes.
be a licensed costume for you to play a part.
Yeah, this is very true. I've definitely like as a kid, I was incredibly hype to get catalog costumes because usually my mom would be like, "No, you can wear this, you know,
This
old
trash bag with a
yeah,
broom.
right." Like you can wear your dad's old flannel and you're a scarecrow now.
Yep.
But as I've gotten older, I've definitely just kind of gotten less interested in like purchased costumes, and
Mm-hmm.
even like you said, I'm more interested in potentially buying pieces that I can wear for a costume but also not for the costume.
Yeah.
So like you said, if I, you know, wear a black and white striped dress and I tease my hair up and I give myself big crazy purple circle eyes, then I'm in costume as Beetlejuice,
Yeah.
but I want it to be a dress that I can just wear out and about and just feel like a cool stripey lady.
Well, and something you particularly, I think, really excel at is like using makeup to elevate looks. Like, you can take something from a place of, you know, I'm wearing like a fun dress to
Mm-hmm.
I'm like a whole freaking mood when, you know, you paint some ghosts on your face and now it's like a whole situation. So I think like yeah, again, it's kind of the same thing that we were talking about with everyday wear, like makeup, accessories. Maybe you want to dress as, I don't know why my brain keeps going to the Sanderson sisters, but here we are. Like, you maybe want to dress as Winifred. Okay, like find a dream, find
Find a
a
dream.
green dress in your closet, and maybe go like buy a purple cape for like $10 from the Halloween store. Like you can build a lot of it off of stuff you already have, by just adding a couple of little elements.
Yes, this is very true. There's a lot of mix and match potential.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as I'm sure I feel like we've said this on the podcast about different topics before, but Halloween is about fun. It's about
Yep.
enjoying yourself. Nothing you do, whether it's for a costume or just for a spooky outfit, has to be perfect or has to make anyone but you happy. So, if you love it, go for it.
I mean, really, I think this is a little off topic, but here we are. Like, the joy that all of us feel with Halloween is really because it is a holiday that is centered around imagination, playing pretend, like being a child in the truest way, and like hold on to that feeling. Hold on to that feeling. Like, be a kid, have fun, put things on your body that make you feel good and make you feel excited to get outside of your house that day, and the rest will fall into place.
Yes. And also, so semi-related, but it's also, if you're nervous about, like, if you're headed to like an apple orchard or something where you want to wear something spooky but you're kind of nervous about wearing it, you don't have to wear everything from the minute you leave your house to the minute you return to your house. Like, I definitely have put like a hat or a different, like, more, dramatic accessory in my bag and put it on once I was there with friends and felt a little bit more confident about doing whatever I wanted.
Yeah, or like take it out for a minute, do it for the gram, and then put it away.
Yeah, it's totally
get that photo
fine.
op.
It's totally cool to do that. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, I don't need like all of these random families staring at me, but like once I'm here with my ghouls and we're all like feeling the vibe, then I'll put my witch hat on.
Yes. I used to do that with, I think we maybe talked about this once before. I used to do that for 4th of July. That was how I started testing the waters of vintage fashion. I would go to this carnival with my friends and I would put on just like a bright red lip and do my hair in vintage waves. And I would just like, take that opportunity to kind of take a spin in public, but where everyone was already kind of doing something wacky. Like, I think if you're going to a pumpkin patch, like people are already there to get like a little spooky and weird. So that's, if you can go to like a pop-up bar or go to a pumpkin, do something where the atmosphere is going to be supportive of that fashion choice. That's a really good time to test the waters and like wear something you maybe normally wouldn't wear and see how you feel just out in public with a bunch of other people.
Yes, that's a good tip. And I think it's an equally good tip that, it doesn't have to be like, all right, I stepped out of this and now I'm wearing full Halloween head to toe. I've done it now. Now I dress spooky. Like,
yes,
it's fine to, wear just an accessory over some normal clothes. It's fine to just wear a spooky t-shirt at first. Just take whatever steps make you feel comfortable when you're trying a new fashion adventure.
Believe it or not, Penny and I too were once normal people who didn't look like this.
Who didn't look like Halloween cartoons wandering around the Midwest. Well, I have a potentially impossible question to close the episode.
Right. Hit me.
Which is, if you could only pick one Halloween-themed outfit, what would you wear?
No, I know what it is.
Yeah.
It's my monster skirt with my striped crop top. Nice. That is the outfit that makes me feel the most me. Like if I had to get rid of all my other spooky clothing, I would keep that monster skirt. It's my favorite.
Oh, yay.
What about you?
Oh, see, now I'm like, you played yourself, because I'm the one who's going to have trouble coming up with an answer. I guess I would say, like, for a single show-stopping piece, it's probably my Vixen pumpkin man-eater swing.
Oh,
Like
yes.
if it was like that one is like such a statement piece that I feel like I could wear it a lot, that I could wear a lot of different accessories, like we've talked about, to give it different vibes.
Yes.
Even though I certainly love all of my other, I love you all spooky clothes. Please don't be sad, but
They're gonna form a mutiny after this. They're like,
right.
we heard what you said. No,
Mm,
if you guys have not seen the photo shoot that Penny did in her man-eater, her pumpkin man-eater, in the cemetery, was that last year?
yeah, that was last fall.
It's a really, really beautiful photo shoot, and it's on her Instagram, so go check that out for sure.
Yes. I will say I might be influenced because I am staring at a photo of myself from that photo shoot
Oh, the
right now.
Milwaukee. Yeah.
Yeah, because when I left my last job, my friends made like a mock magazine cover about me, and they used one of those photos on it. And so I'm
Yes.
sitting here being like, "Yeah, I look good in that."
I look damn good. You're not wrong. It's so cute.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, thank you so much for our rambling, wandering discussion of spooky fashion. I hope that it was inspiring for some of you and that you maybe have some new ideas about places to shop now. And I hope to see you all in some spooky looks this year.
Yes, tag us. Tag Ghouls Night in Pod if you try some spooky fashion from this. Like if this episode has inspired you and you try something new, definitely give us a
Yes.
tag so we can share you on our Instagram feed.
Yeah, we want to see. All right. So, as Midge mentioned, you can follow our podcast at Ghouls Night in Pod on Instagram. And please do subscribe and leave a positive review on your podcatcher of choice. If you are looking to find me, you can find me on all the platforms at Penny Snark.
And you can find me across all platforms at Midge Munster.
All right. Thanks again for joining us, and we hope you have a very spooky day.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.